Hello, my name is Rachel Edwards, and today I will be discussing how loneliness can impact health. Specifically, I will be comparing a journal article to a popular press article on how they both treat this subject. And from this, I predict that the journal article will provide more accurate and concise information that is more nuanced in nature, while the popular press article will more loosely interpret the scientific information. So the first article I'll be looking at is the popular press article. It is called A Cure for Disconnection, written by Jennifer Lotson in the year 2018 and published by Psychology Today. The main points of this article is that those who have few confidence are twice as likely to die due to heart disease. The second point is that those who are lonely are twice as likely to develop dementia or Alzheimer's later in life. Third, social media doesn't provide the same quality of interaction as face-to-face interaction does. It provides more quantity, but in this case, quality is what matters more. Then the second article I'll be looking at is the journal article. It is entitled Loneliness and Social Isolation as Risk Factors for Coronary Heart Disease and Stroke. Systematic review and meta-analysis of longitudinal observational studies, and it is written by Valtorta, Kanan, Gilbody, Ronzi, and Hanratty, published in 2016. The three main points in this article is that first, a lack of quality or quantity of relationships is linked to a 30% increased risk of stroke and incident CHD. The second point is that lonely people are at higher risk for premature death than those who are not. The final point is that loneliness can contribute to low self-esteem and higher risk-taking behaviors. So, in terms of the audience that each article is trying to address, they are a bit different. The differences being mainly is that the journal article is more likely to be read solely by professionals and not really attract the casual reader due to its technical terms and, well, quite frankly, dry writing. And the Psychology Today article is geared more towards a casual reader just trying to gain more general information on the topic. And how it's similar is that both articles are likely to be read by psychologists or other professionals, given that while Psychology Today is less formal and more casual, it is still a reputable magazine that utilizes reliable sources. So, in terms of the arguments of each article, they are similar in that they both say that loneliness has negative effects on your physical health. And they also state that the current treatments for loneliness are only secondary and more primary measures should be taken. So in other words, we should try more proactive rather than reactive action in order to fix this issue. The difference being is that Lotson argues for a specific course of action, saying that urban planners should take a more active role in building places like parks and community centers, whereas the journal article never argues for a specific measure of prevention. So in terms of the evidence utilized by both articles is that they are similar in the articles both use reliable sources, and so that also gains to their credibility. The difference being is that the journal article goes to great lengths to include only the most valid of sources, including such studies such as longitudinal studies, for example, given that that is one of the best forms of research. And then Lotson's article presents her resources as hard fact, unlike the journal article, which lists through the strengths and the weaknesses of its sources. In this way, the journal article is much more objective. So, based off of these findings, journal articles are more reliable and more accurate than popular press articles, This means that journal articles should be the first source to be used when conducting research.